Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's Fred Anderson here. I'm the coordinator, as you know, of Awaken the Spirit Soup and Bannock for the Soul, coming to Vancouver Island University November 20th to the 22nd. And it's the first in a series of many down the road, that I believe will bring change to recovery and healing for years to come. And this is something I think it's a long time coming. Something that focuses on positive approaches to recovery and healing, and learning to be victorious and not a victim. Learning to move forward, not to stay down, but learning to get back up. Learning to truly live. And I have to tell you that after doing these segments, that when I first started doing this, I felt a little awkward here because I love technology and I love doing what I'm doing, but for me to sit in a room where there's nobody else but me and to talk, it felt a little awkward in the beginning. I thought it was kind of, a little bit weird too, I thought, but you know what? I feel good when you send me a message by email or you post a message that I like what you're doing. And that tells me that it's touching somebody. That somebody out there is going, I see. And that's the thing I wanted to share with you, that's how powerful your words are. I talk a lot about words. Is it possible to create light with words? Yes it is. How many of you ever gone to somebody with a problem or with an issue in your life, and you went to a spiritual person or to somebody that you can trust, when you confide in them, and you tell them this is what you're going through, and you're open to what they have to say to you, and after they're done talking to you, you say these words, I see. So yes, it's possible to create light with words. I encourage you to do that. It's amazing what you can do when you tell somebody just out of the blue, I love you, I care about you. Sometimes I'll leave notes on the window in the bathroom for my wife. Sometimes I'll leave a note on the refrigerator. Sometimes I'll leave these little notes just to let her know that I love her. And you know what? I know it brings a smile. I bring home flowers. Sometimes I still bring home flowers. See? And I let her know that I appreciate her. That I love her. My wife is strong. My gosh, she helped me through so much in my life. Like I shared before, she taught me to be a man. She taught me to be a father. I didn't know how to be a dad before. It was all guesswork for me because I was raised in foster care all of my life. I had no idea what it's like to be a dad. None. I didn't know what it was like to be a husband. Because I wasn't around a dad long enough to ever see what a husband's supposed to do. So she taught me a lot. And that I will never forget. And it's something that's unbreakable between her and I. And we have a lot of fun together. There's times where she loves to joke around. If anybody knows my wife, she just loves to goof around. And I share this with people. The story I like to share the most is one time my wife gets up and she was all ready. This is this past summer, and she's all ready to go out and do some errands, and it was a nice hot day out, and she goes out, she leaves in the morning all happy with her purse and drives out, goes to pay some bills at the bank and walks around the mall, and she's wondering why people are looking at her kind of funny. And when she got home and then she looked down and she had my boxers on. And she didn't realize it till she got home that sometimes she put on my boxers to feel comfortable. I mean, that to me is, when you've been with a relationship long enough, you kind of get used to your spouse's flaws, right? Or you get used to just being yourself. That's how I am. That's how you know you're a true couple, when you can walk around your house in your boxers and then all of a sudden company shows up and you're running into the bedroom to get dressed. Right? I mean, that's when you guys have been together long enough, right? Anyway, that's one thing that we've built in our relationship, is that trust in each other, that we have a lot of fun. She likes to goof around. She put a video up of me on YouTube, and you guys may check that out. Just Google Fred Anderson Jr. powwow dancing. And I was goofing around because I lived in Alberta for years, and I always used to joke around about powwow dancers, looking for coins on the ground when they're dancing. And I pulled my shorts up really high, and I didn't know she was videotaping me. And all of a sudden people were sending me emails, "Nice dancing, Fred." I'm going to get her back one of these days. You'll see. Some of the things like that, the fun stuff, I'll never forget. But you know what? That's how we built a good, strong relationship and being happy. And our kids love to joke around. They love to goof around too. Like I shared before, my kids in this relationship, they've never seen me drink. They've never seen me use drugs. And that's something that is so important for me. They don't even know what it is, really. Just what they see on TV. I don't want them to know. And I know that we'll prepare them for life at some point in their life. Which brings me to our event coming up in November. I'm going to be working on another event that we're going to be doing. It's going to be called Leadership and Prosperity 2014. And it's for frontline workers. It's for people that want to learn to do what we do. And I've been talking about this. I've been talking for too long, and now I'm going to put it together. And I'm going to teach people to do what I do, and how to use their words constructively. How to use your body when you talk, because when you talk, people not only look at you, they look at your whole body. How you project yourself, right? How you share. Like I tell people that I'm not only an artist, but I'm a storyteller. I love to tell stories. See, and I'm the kind of guy that laughs at his own jokes. Nobody laughs more than I do. You see, but the thing is the one thing I wanted to share with you about this event coming up is that when we say leadership and prosperity, I'm not talking about money. Okay, I don't want people to think about money when I say prosperity. I want you to remember that it's a wealth of opportunity and creating an abundance of friends. That's what I mean by that. By leadership and prosperity. It means to attract good things into your life. And that's what we'll be doing in the new year. Another thing that we'd like to do coming up next year is I want to bring back Awaken the Spirits. I've Got the Power Empowerment and Leadership Workshop for youth. And I don't call them youth at risk. I call them youth with potential. They're not at risk. I tell them that when we are reaching out for help, we do it in many different ways. Some people scream for help in different ways, right? And I see them as youth with potential. And that's where I first started. When Don Burnstick and I traveled together all those years ago, we worked only with youth. And I want to start that again, working with our young people. And I want them to know that they have a future and they have purpose and they belong here. They belong here. And regardless of what you've gone through in your life, regardless of what you have experienced in your life, that it's possible to be happy. And to get yourself out of it. And whatever you may have gone through in your lifetime, you name the abuse that you've gone through, I bet you I've gone through it too. In all the foster homes I went through, I can tell you some stories that I went through in the homes that I went into. And you know what? I don't let that kind of magnify my day anymore. How many of you ever hear people say, you gave me a bad day? You made me mad. Well, that's not true. We allowed other people to make us mad. You pissed me off. Well, that's not true. You allowed me to. You see, we don't allow other people to mess up your day. So, in closing, this is what I want to share with you, is that I hope that you take the information that we have with Soup and Bannock for the Soul. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the next year. Like I had mentioned before, I'm not the kind of guy to wait around for funding to do something or for somebody to tell me it's we got to fill out an application. I just want to do it because I know this information is needed. This information is needed in our community, that there is a different way to do things. See, And I shared this, I think it was in our second segment. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And we've been doing the same thing for many, many years. It's time to come out of it now. Time to come out, time to move forward. And I hope you take this to heart. Okay? Soup and Bannock for the Soul will be coming. And this is also available to come to your area. If you want to book in and get a list of our workshops that are available, email me and I'll send you an updated version of all the workshops that we offer. Some of them are 2 days long, minimum of 2 days, 3, 5 to 10 days long. So depending on what you want in your community, you can arrange to get it in there. Okay, so I can send you the information if you like. I'm also available to go to major events. If you have an event coming up and you want something to be added in there that maybe is going to uplift people and balance it out, if maybe it's got to do with hurt or pain, you need to have a nice balance in there. So maybe you can get a hold of us, either myself or Patrick or Fred. We can travel out to these communities and share this information with you. Okay? So thanks again for tuning in. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about what it is that we're doing. I hope this is hitting home. Okay? So in closing, something I shared that my teacher shared with me. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, and all you dream and you scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. If you simply sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it. If you go after that thing that you want with all your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, famine, nor gout, sickness of body and brain can keep you away from that thing that you want. If dogged and grim you besiege and beset it with the help of the Creator, you'll get it. You'll get it. Have a great day.